Hello and welcome to Strattera and Your Child. My name is Dr. Kevin. I spent the last 16 years working with ADHD adults and children, helping them maximize the potential of ADHD, ADD, and the gifts. I do want to put out at the beginning that I am not a medical doctor and there is no medical advice being given on this tape. Everything I share with you is clearly found on the internet, but you are a parent who has decided that either you don't like the medication your child is on because you don't like the side effects and the changes in their personality, or that perhaps you need to put your child on medication. Maybe you have been getting relentlessly pursued by the school system to do something with your child. Perhaps it's a struggle over homework or for your child to stay organized or seem to remember to do the simplest things at home, and that these are the issues that have you concerned. Somewhere along the way you've seen something or somebody's guided you that maybe medication is the right answer. So let's look at some of the pros and cons. So first of all, you may be looking at Strattera because it is one of the few non-speed based solutions when it comes to drugs for ADHD. Now, even though it is not a stimulant technically, it still has some of the same side effects that some of the stimulant medications do. And though it isn't a stimulant, it reacts in your body the way that stimulants do in many ways. So you want to keep that in mind. On one side, Strattera is very likely to help your child focus more, and they will memorize better, because that's what research studies have shown. These medications for ADHD will help the child or the adult memorize better. So they will memorize better, and they're going to take some of the out there, maybe the wild creativity, the different thoughts, the things going on all over the place, and it's going to cut some of those out. It's going to force it in so that they can pay attention to things that they are less interested in. If you have been observing your child, and if you may or may not have noticed this, you probably have, but do a little test. If your child is really interested in something, whether it's an art project, a video game, or dinosaurs, or space travel, you will notice that they can very easily focus. In fact, they hyper-focus. They will go right in and they'll absorb that information because they're engaged. That scattered behavior is usually because there's not any one thing really engaging them that their brain is registering as important, as vital to them, as interesting. And until that engagement happens, they're going to stay scattered. The medication basically will bring them in so that they can focus on things that they are not necessarily engaged in or haven't found interest in. So, which is why sometimes you've heard people say, and I've said myself, you drug them up and dumb them down in a way because they lose those edges. So on one hand, there will be that focus will be better. And their memorization will be better. Now, on the other hand, there's been no indication comprehension is any better. That what they bring in, they're not going to understand any better. In fact, in some studies, comprehension has actually become a little less. They understand a little less. They can memorize it, they can repeat it, but can they actually apply it? Not so much. So you want to keep that in mind. Then we also have the side effects. What are the side effects of Strattera? What I've done is I've gone to drugs.com. So you can go check these up. They have them listed as more common, less common, what the effects are and things like that. And again, you can go to this list yourself at drugs.com. I'm just sharing with you the list from a very reputable website. More common, sour stomach. Now, if you have a daughter you're thinking about putting on Strattera, they're bleeding between periods or an unusual stopping of menstrual cycles might be of some concern, especially during a time when a young woman is just getting used to menstruating and stuff like this. This medication has been known to actually cause problems there. Difficulty with bowel movements, headaches, irritability, nausea, sleeplessness, or unusual drowsiness, dullness, tiredness, weakness, vomiting, trouble sleeping. Again, you're going to find some of the same playouts. Also, an increase in the potential for heart issues, or blood pressure will go up. Like I said, it kind of does act like a stimulant, though it's not a stimulant. So in this case, you have to start weighing how many of these and what are the long-term side effects. Most of the time you hear that there are no long-term side effects that they know of. Those research studies averaged about 9 months. So you want to keep all this in mind. After 16 years of working with ADHD children and adults, one of the things is that I've found you guys are made to stand out, not fit in. Medication helps you fit in. But if you use a comprehensive plan that encompasses a lot of the things that are out there, from diet to supplementation to behavior modification, but you have to use it all in order for your child to really fly, for them to learn how to manage who they are, so that a skill that they can use for the whole rest of their life, and touch their potential, touch their creativity, touch their greatness. Right now in your household, you may have the next Einstein, Edison, Graham Bell, the next Warren Buffett, the next Michael Phelps, the next Robin Williams. All people who did great things in the world without medication, who share that gift of ADHD, ADD. And so your child may be the next one of those, but they need to learn at a young age how to manage that. If you want to come to managingthegiftofadhd.com, I have a free ebook waiting for you. Again, that's managingthegiftofadhd.com. I have a free ebook for you. Come get it. Also, I have information on my Facebook, /MYDRKEVIN, my Dr. Kevin. Come there for some tools, techniques, and information. Stop by iTunes, Managing the Gift. There's a free app for you. Come see what's really out there, and how can you be the parent that I know that you want to be. Namaste.